Um, what's going on, guys? So I'm in the Boulevard, heading home. I had to go to my phone place. I had to go to the bank. I had to go to the supermarket quickly, and I stopped off at Dunkin'. I got got a sugar donut. I had, and I had hash browns, but I had half the sugar donut. Hash browns, I saved the half for later, and then had water. So now I am headed back home, and hopefully I don't have acid reflux from the hash browns. We shall see. The adventure continues with this MojoLess saga. I think it's 11:18 right now, so we're gonna see how I feel. And hopefully I could game like normal today. Don't know if I lost my ranking while I was out, but I only counted if it's like a full 24 hours anyway, so we shall see what will be. And again, the plan is to get home, sit in my chair, and go gaming bonkers, crazy, and try to save this ranking that I'm still, I'm still fourth place, but gonna do my best to do that. So I have a whole bunch of lists. I have a list, I have a second list, a third list, I have alternate lists. There's probably 4 different lists of what games I'm gonna play from the backlog. Of course, anything could change, and then I could be playing other stuff, but we shall see what happens today. Where I left it off, I had 9,230 platinums. 9,230 platinums. Gonna go for as many as I could do while I don't get fatigued from all this medicines and crap. To do with the acid reflux. I get tired with all that, So, long walk, about 25 minutes to go walk home, 25 minutes here, so about 50 minutes walking. So, again, I'm not doing that great, feeling good vibes, but you got to get out of the house. I still got to maintain my exercise of long walking and other things. So I'm getting that in. And again, my phone's dying. Here we go. Hello. Go, Joe. Okay. Hello, guy. Whatever your name is. I can't see the sun. But, so that's the goal. Get some platinums. Today's just gaming day, guys, so I understand that people are talking about Doctor Who today on my channel. I had some trolls went on my gaming streams and talked smack about Doctor Who, and of course they want to tell me what's up, which I really would prefer, like, if people keep the topic. So, like, if I'm doing a gaming stream, it should be about gaming, not Doctor Who. Hello. I can't see. Kashmir, hello. Semi, hello. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I can't see because the sun's blocking my view here. So, yeah, if you're gonna comment, if I'm doing a gaming live stream, comment about the gaming. If I'm doing a video about Doctor Who, comment about Doctor Who, but don't purposely go on a gaming stream and talk about something completely different that has nothing to do with gaming. That's like a pet peeve. I can't stand that. And I understand people are going to troll, people are going to talk shit, but at least talk shit where, and if you're going to troll, at least troll where the video has to do with what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point, is that, stay on damn topic at least, But again, you want me to engage. I don't want to engage today. Today's gaming, So, that's what this is. And it's probably better I don't engage, because then it would be like, if I start talking and answering my enemies, you know what? You got to have the proper respect. And today, it's my enemy's birthday, so happy fucking birthday to you, motherfucker. But I'm not going to engage you today because it's your motherfucking birthday, okay? So I'm not going to be a dick on your birthday, so that you can always say, Matrixlord212, when on my birthday told me this. No, not saying one thing. You get a pass. You get a sticker. You get a pass. Not going to say shit to you on your birthday, June 21st. So enjoy your time talking about your bullshit Doctor Who opinions that you try to make a reality. But no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Not trying to fuck with you. That'll be another day. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just responding to whatever he says. But happy birthday, yo. Anyway, I think Problem Being wanted to reach out to me too. Dude, I deleted everything from my phone, so I will catch up with you if you want to have that nice chat. It's like that famous line from Doctor Who. Why don't we have a nice little chat where I tell you all my plans and you work out a way to stop me? I don't think. That was from the Master. I love that line. So that message to Problem Being. The only thing I'm going to say, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because that would kind of be disrespectful to the enemy's birthday, because that's his number one guy. So I'm not going to say anything negative. But look, it's just a thing of, I thought that me and Problem Being were at peace until I went on the Tartar Zone and him talking shit about me and my teeth and my health, and I got a little fucking annoyed. So yeah, that's how that fucking shit started. Didn't like seeing that shit from hospital bed, but anyway, I was in the hospital Monday. That sucked. Acid reflux. Oh, that was a killer. And gastritis, my God. We get older, and that's what happens. Body falls apart, right? So, thank God it wasn't anything else. But it did screw me up for the week, though, making me like tired and just ill. But trying to get out today, get some exercise in, and So, who's there now? I can't see, bro. I can't see. Sorry, guys. I'll give you a shout out when I get home. Anyway, so I'm gonna be gaming today. I don't even know Marty is reaching out to me either. If I was going to talk about Doctor Who, I would say that we have to wait. I believe it's 30 days from the last episode, which was May 31st. So that would lead us into July. And when those figures come in, and Disney Plus, the whole point was they were going to make an announcement. I would predict it would be, just an opinion, my sources not telling me this, but I would predict that if you were going to get an announcement about Doctor Who, it would be after the 28-day consolidated, whatever, or 30-day, whatever the hell you want to call it, of the last episode of the season, But if it was up to me, I would wait before you make any decision after the release of the spinoff. So now there's been some confusion about the war between the land and the sea. Now it's funny, people had criticized me for like looking at the AI on Google, but then they're doing the same thing. So the thing doesn't really have any info completely about what's happening with Comic-Con. I was under the impression that Disney Plus was going to go out and promote the crap out of this because they're still with Doctor Who, regardless of people want to say anything else. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, that's where they filmed Fallout. I keep saying that all the time. That's like a couple blocks from my house. Now it's going to be a car dealership right where. So, but anyway, yeah. So I should have bought bananas. I always have bananas are good. I always have bananas in the morning. But that's my favorite fruit. But anyway, that and cantaloupe. Cantaloupe I can't have all the time, but because it's not in season, I guess. But anyway, what was I saying? So I would think it'd be wise to, like, the war between the land and the sea is still a Disney thing, and still, uh, you know, they're going to promote it. So I think it's gonna be probably out before Christmas, and I would hope, because after talking to my source, he did tell me that they are aggressively having meetings. Russell is getting everybody together having meetings because, again, he explained to me that they are allowed to, it's not a British contract, and they are allowed to do a special without Disney Plus, but they could still be in relationship with Disney Plus, but it wouldn't be on Disney Plus. So in other words, Russell is trying to get stuff together for the Christmas special. Time is running out. Believe me when I tell you, they got scripts, so they could do anything. They could take one of Moffat's scripts. They had prepared for this. They have stuff waiting in the wings. And all like Shooty had to do was film it until Disney Plus delayed the whole damn thing, and then he wanted a raise and all this other crap, and then he wanted out because they let him out of his contract. So, which I really am still to this day upset about that, because whether you like him or not, I feel that he is entitled to what all the doctors are entitled to. There's 3 seasons, and I understand he made the decision ultimately, and they let him out of his contract. Nobody bought, and by the way, don't go by that bullshit. Nobody bought anybody out. They gave him a raise originally, and he asked for another one. They said no, but before they said no, he went on Grim Norton thinking he was going to do season 3, and thinking he was going to get the raise, and they stopped the viewing of what he said because they thought it was going to be a human resource conflict, that he was not going to react to the fact that they're not giving him a raise. So they had a meeting with him and everything, and it was explained about how he's losing roles and stuff like that, which I wasn't aware of this going on, that he asked for a raise until my source told me. They said, they never really give raises to doctors. There's always like a set salary and stuff like that, and that's his contract, and they could make him honor it. But because he wanted to leave, like because he said he wanted out of his contract, they don't want a disgruntled worker. They don't want anybody unhappy, so they let him out. And then he filmed his regeneration scene in February. So he filmed his regeneration in February, whereas he was supposed to film season 3 in February because he was free. But because that went haywire because of Disney Plus making everybody friggin' wait. And again, nobody's used to this whole waiting game with the streaming services. I mean, people have covered it on their channels, but these people could go years without having a second, third season, fourth season. The streaming services just make you wait. So I guess, I mean, I don't think Russell thought about this, that he wanted to have a Doctor Who where it was not going to be a gap year, it was not going to be anything, and he didn't realize, I guess, the fine print, that they could pull this bullshit and then they could put the whole goddamn fucking project on hold. Now, again, they're allowed to do what they want. They're allowed to film Doctor Who while they're waiting for a decision, but they want that Disney money, obviously. So they probably could shell out for a special, but it's a matter of, one, that's the thing, you have to explain the Billy Piper thing, right? You have to explain that she's not the Doctor, and that, when that gets resolved, who will be the Doctor? Now, if it's still going to be an issue that they don't have a Doctor, I would just say, you know what, because I don't know how that's going to work, because, how do you go back? Shooty can't come back and film anything. So, how do you do that where you show the new Doctor, whatever, Unless they show that the Doctor is transported while he was regenerating. But then, again, they don't have a new Doctor as far as I'm concerned. So, it's an issue where I would be completely comfortable, honestly. I don't care what anybody says. I would be completely comfortable with them doing a season with David Tennant and Catherine Tate. I'm sorry, I'm very biased. I don't care what anybody says. That's my opinion. I'll be completely comfortable with, them doing a sort of like a Picard season 3, like a season 3 of Doctor Who with David Tennant's 14th Doctor, where it's tying up loose ends. Besides having Donna Noble, Martha Jones returns, I mean, you would already have probably David Tennant with Billy Piper. So, Martha Jones, you could also do that reunion with Kylie Minogue, because she said she was originally wanting to do a season, but then she couldn't do the season because she was doing like a press picture with her in some type of dress with a Dalek, because she was getting all excited about she was going to fight the Daleks. And then she had to do something with her music tour or something, and she, all those plans went out the window, which would have meant, she would have been a companion for like a year, like a season. That would have been great. So I would love for them to revisit that, where he rescues her from, and, she gets her form back, and, he's with her for an adventure, which I would preferably love it to be a Dalek story, obviously. But that might be on hold because of what the hell they're doing with the Daleks now. I think the Mavity thing got wrapped up. And I think the God thing got wrapped up, but I'm not entirely sure. But I kind of feel that I would want the Doctor to visit Omega's realm because of his conscience, and he wouldn't want the Ronnie to be subjected to, because even though Omega ate her, he didn't, she was probably deposited into his universe, because he's kind of tied to his universe. So she probably is a prisoner in his universe. So I would, as a Doctor, want to, probably rescue the Ronnie, even though she did some nasty shit. But by doing that, I would want to showcase Omega in his human form, like his Gallifreyan form, because again, they were horrible with Omega. And I would also show that Sutek is alive too in Egypt or something in the past, and he's maybe devoid of his godlike powers, or maybe he's has as much power as he did in the past, but not too much. So, all right, I'm coming home now. Thank you guys